We met on a show where neither of us won. We did the YouTube show until that went away. And then we did a TV show until that died. And now we're just striving to find a medium that sticks.
We forged a bond through various projects that were doomed to fail and did fail.
So we had,
Trixie, I think there's a package for me. Hold on a second. I'm so sorry. Hang on one second.
In the meantime, I'd like to talk to you about our book, Trixie and Katya's Guide to Modern Womanhood from Plume.
Well, who is that at the door? Why, another 3 copies just showed up.
They're rolling in.
Trixie, if you had to describe our book in one sentence, what would that sentence be?
A real page turner.
Well, maybe a complete sentence. Subject and predicate.
Sorry. What is a real page turner? I mean, it's right here on the back. The RuPaul's Drag Race legends, stars of own expert biological women, share the secrets of their feminine mystique in this satirical guide to beauty and homemaking. Because this sums it up and is a warning. You probably shouldn't do everything we tell you to do in this book.
Well, I mean, I interpret satirical as factual and instructional, so, you know.
See, we are very do as we say, not as we do. Because as I say in the first chapter, we've made all the mistakes you've made in your life, and we've done it like with lashes on with puke on our shoes. So whatever you are ashamed of, we've gone deeper.
We've gone deeper, and there's usually been a little bit of blood.
How did we decide who was going to write what?
Well, once we came up with a list of topics, certain ones pinged red or pink.
Totally.
Such as, I know I wanted to do hygiene because I'm passionate about teeth and I'm passionate about smelling like shit.
We've always wanted you to do hygiene. We've all wanted you to do hygiene.
We'd still like to see it. That was like one of the funnest processes. Like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, I think one of the advantages we have is that we work together, but we often have completely converse and different histories, points of view, and attacks at a problem. So like breakups, I know way more about breakups than she does. I know way more about drinking than she does. And even makeup, like your relationship with makeup.
You own a cosmetics company.
Yeah, she's more utilitarian, you know. She's just trying to get to the stage in time.
Ugly?
And I think like hair, she did the chapter on hair because honestly, her relationship with hair, it needs explanation, you know?
Exactly, yeah, I have a lot of explaining to do, So it's confessional and Compared to our other collaborative efforts, how would you describe working on a book as opposed to a TV show, web show, etc.? This
was a little more of a independent from each other. And we also had similar benchmarks the whole time. So it was like, like by Friday I have to finish this and she has to finish this. And if I don't do it, I'm the asshole.
And to be honest, I really do not think that I would have completed any of it had I not done it with Trixie.
I'm dead serious. I think if I was alone, it would have been the type of thing where I would have been like, it's going to be great. And then I would have never had the balls to start it. Do you know what I mean?
I would have talked about it ad nauseum to every single
people
one of
who
my
didn't
friends
care
on the street. Oh my God, did you know I'm working on my book? Yeah. And then never comes out.
Yes, because I love Stephen King, and he was saying a lot of his earlier books, he wrote them in like one sitting because of depression, manic episodes, and I don't have any of those.
Well,
all I have is work ethic, and that has never gotten anybody anywhere.
Yeah, I know. Good old-fashioned gumption.
Yeah, and I think together we just we do have like the slightest bit of integrity, and so we do try to like show up for each other. So it's like if we both have a chapter due Friday, we're writing a book. Drag queen literature, this quality is kind of unprecedented. I mean, even the photos are.
They are stunning.
These pictures are lit, really like amazing.
I'm surprised the book's not burning on fire right now. I can't help but notice how museum ready all of these photographs are in the book. And I'm wondering, what do you think readers will take away from these stunning images?
I'm gonna show you the image that I take away from this book. There's something about this that will stay with me forever.
You know, and it's funny you say that because I pushed to have that to be a full page. And
I'm not surprised. Honestly, full disclosure, we did have to say goodbye to some images because they were maybe a little over the line. Relationships personified.
Mars and Venus, ladies. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and the best part is, in true drag fashion, these pictures might be stunning. You better believe we took most of them in my living room.
Absolutely we did. And let me tell you another thing. For fans of drag who love to cry, Facetune, Photoshop, yada, 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 most of these photographs were taken by Albert Sanchez, who is a genius photographer. And I was in the room looking at the monitor at the raw files, and honey, they were fabulous.
By the way, let me just say this. We talked about this. It was sold to us like, don't you want to take the wig off and just do some comedy work for a while?
I thought we were going to be like Diane Keaton at the laptop at her cottage in the Hamptons. You know what I mean? No.
It was a bait and switch. Oh, great. You want to write a book? There's 12 photo shoots.
Yeah, I've done more drag for the book than I have for real people.
Dead serious. Oh my God, my favorite picture is the one with the hair clips. Where did we get those?
We both get incredible gifts from fans. I mean, I've received everything from an envelope with $100 in it to like a freeze-dried leg to, baby molars and everything in between. And this girl, Alexis, gave us these hairpins, these custom-made hairpins. Balls, they both say.
By the way, it takes a lot of balls to go up to a drag queen and give them a hair clip that says bald.
I fell out. We used them in that photo shoot, and it's a miracle.
The fans are the reason we make anything and the reason we get to pay bills and survive. So to be able to incorporate anything like that they put, and our fans are also regularly, flagrantly displaying that they're more creative than us. And like,
I know. That is is the gag. The gag.
Yeah, it's cute that you do drag. Look at these hair clips I made.
Yeah. I see what you're trying to do. Allow me to do it better for you, for free.
Totally. Sometimes people give me such nice jewelry and like, it's hard to not be a read. Like, I'm just trying to help your situation.
But on the other hand, I just like, thank you. And I put it on immediately.
I know, because I have like bare earlobes. I'm like, oh my God, thank God.
I mean, the fans are so generous, and like, this is just this small little thank you for that generosity. And
I love that picture.
I love it too. I love that picture.
It's probably my favorite picture of us ever taken.
Yes.
It also really sets the tone for the book because it's like, yes, I guess we are objectively gorgeous. That's not up for discussion. But our whole MO usually is to throw ourselves into the bus. You know what I mean?
I'm driving.
Yeah, we're gorgeous, but we're bald.
Yeah.
What will readers learn about modern womanhood from this book?
That the life of the modern woman is not linear. It's expansive. We don't go from A to B. We go through and around and back and forward. It's like a prism. It's like a fruit bar, and it's also a wagon wheel. It doesn't really matter who you are or where you come from. If you buy this book, you're a woman, and that's on period.
I can't wait for us to go to a luncheon with Danielle Steele, Stephen King, Jane Ivanovich or whatever, Ivanovich.
Yeah, and then the one that M is for murder, whatever.
Yeah. Well, there's a few.
Nora Roberts, the romance.
Yes, and we can take J.K. Rowling's seat because that's empty now. You know.
Absolutely, we're so ready, and we're thrilled to start our new lives as incredibly wealthy and very successful mainstream authors.
And I just want to say, I want New York Times bestseller list so bad.
I want it so bad.
I know you're not supposed to say you want things. You're supposed to fake surprise, but we're drag queens and we're allowed a little more like vanity than most people.
I agree. I'm never going to say I want it, but I will say that I need it or I will die.